Unrivaled League needs Caitlin Clark, and they are preparing to offer her a massive deal.
Caitlin Clark just shook things up by revealing her contract with the Unrivaled League. Now, Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson are feeling the pressure. While they thought they were part of an exclusive group, it turns out Breanna Stewart secretly offered Clark an unbelievable deal that nobody else knew about.
It has just been reported today that Caitlin Clark could receive a Lionel Messi-like offer to play in Unrivaled startup 3-on-3 league, which is a full court press to sign her.
The setup was simple. Unrivaled didn't just recruit Clark quietly. They locked her into a no-disclosure agreement so tight, it felt like top-secret intel.
Now, this is also interesting to me because I feel like it is kind of late in the game to start recruiting Caitlin Clark. The Unrivaled League has 26 of their 30 players already.
But now, Clark's had enough of staying quiet. She's setting the record straight, making it clear that anyone who thought she was staying away from Unrivaled was completely wrong.
Caitlin Clark is needed for this league. It should be one of their main goals is to get her to play in the league no matter what that costs, no matter what that is going to take.
If you're not up to speed, let me fill you in. Unrivaled isn't here to follow anyone else's rules. This bold new player in women's basketball has one goal: completely changing the game for women's sports. And trust me, they're serious about it.
Now they're realizing we might need Caitlin. Nafisa Collier, who is one of the founders of Unrivaled, had this to say about Caitlin Clark.
Supported by big names like Breanna Stewart and Nika UAM, Unrivaled isn't just another league. It's a movement. We're talking high-energy, 3-on-3 games, primetime coverage, and all the perks. It's about giving women's basketball the spotlight it's deserved for years. And here's the twist. They didn't just want any players to make a splash. From the start, they had their eyes on one superstar, Caitlin Clark.
Go ahead and look. Everywhere you turn, Indiana Fever's breaking records.
Then, the plot twist. When Unrivaled launched, fans went wild trying to figure out why Caitlin Clark, the biggest rising star, was missing. Social media went crazy. Sports shows couldn't stop asking, and the Unrivaled comment section was flooded with people demanding to know, where's Caitlin?
It's definitely upsetting. I don't think nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats.
It's brand new. It's going to be hard to get eyeballs on it. All of these, the WNBA is in their 28th season and it's still a new league. It's hard to get the kind of virality, viewership, all the things that you want right off the bat. And especially if you don't have a big name or a big draw.
It's not every day you see a rookie bring in such a huge crowd that arena attendance jumps by 50%, and then she's not even on the starting roster for the biggest new league around. For most fans, it felt like a slap in the face, like Unrivaled didn't recognize Clark's value. Or worse, thought they could launch their debut without her.
The kind of physicality and double teams and face guards and all of those things that she was receiving on the court, but also all of the noise, all of the drama, all the media circus surrounding her off the court, that just had to have been so much to handle.
But Breanna Stewart and the Unrivaled team knew exactly what they were doing. As one of the league's co-founders, Stewart is no stranger to a strategic reveal. She didn't keep Clark's involvement quiet by mistake. The plan was clear: keep fans guessing and then drop a bombshell at just the right moment. They didn't want Clark's deal to overshadow the rest of the roster too soon. Instead, they built suspense, setting the stage so when Clark's news finally dropped, it would have a massive impact.
She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's bringing.
And the moment those leaked details hit the news, it shook the sports world. Caitlin Clark was offered a massive $75 million to join Unrivaled. This wasn't just a contract. It was a deal to make Clark the face of the league. She'd become a player, ambassador, and marketing powerhouse all in one. The deal included a huge guaranteed salary, endorsement deals, exclusive TV rights, and even a front-row seat in Unrivaled's big plans for global expansion.
To drive revenue so we can give the players extra income opportunities. I had to educate the players. They're like, good, $75 million divided by 144 payouts.
Stewart and her team knew this deal was so big that as soon as other players got wind of it, they'd start asking for renegotiations or feeling left out. The whole idea was to keep things quiet until the right moment. But once the numbers were out, it was like a tidal wave. For perspective, A.A. Wilson, the WNBA's reigning MVP, makes about $230,000 a season. Clark's deal, on the other hand, is on a whole new level, nothing like it anyone's seen before.
And it was just announced recently that Unrivaled struck a television deal with TNT. Now, this exclusive media rights deal is reported to be 45 plus primetime games. TNT Sports are also invested in the league, and sources say that it's a 6-year deal that could be worth more than $100 million.
With Unrivaled's recent deal with TNT, it's clear they're committed to making women's basketball a primetime sensation. We're talking over 45 televised games and a full-out push to bring in viewership numbers even the WNBA hasn't hit. To put it in perspective, the WNBA averaged around 657,000 viewers per game in 2024. With Clark leading the charge, Unrivaled is betting she can double that, and then some.
Probably the biggest issue that players had. We did a player survey and travel. The league was able to kind of take a lot of pressure off of itself.
While fans are excited, the vibe among Clark's fellow athletes is a bit different. 4 top-tier WNBA players like A.A. Wilson and Angel Reese, Clark's offer isn't just a jaw-dropping figure. It's a loud, undeniable reminder of the massive financial gaps that still exist within the sport.
But there have been so many players, coaches, media personality who have been so afraid to just admit the fact that Caitlin Clark has been the sole reason for so many of these things happening this season in the WNBA.
Angel Reese even took to social media to air her frustration, hinting that years of grinding for this sport just got eclipsed by one mega contract. You can't blame her. Seeing a rookie come in with an offer that dwarfs the paychecks of seasoned stars has got a sting for players earning between $150,000 to $200,000. Clark's deal is over 20 times their salaries, making it clear just how far Unrivaled bankroll priorities lie.
Yeah, what's the headline? It says, we're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue share.
And here's where things get really interesting. This deal for all its potential to elevate women's sports also risks stirring some serious tension. The WNBA has fought tooth and nail for better pay, respect, and airtime, and now they're watching Clark walk into Unrivaled with a golden ticket worth way more than they've ever seen. It's not hard to see why this could create resentment among players who've been building the sport for years, only to see a rookie like Clark suddenly in a league of her own, literally and financially.
But we didn't want to rush into it because we wanted new owners, like new ownership groups. Anyone who knows sports here knows, like, it's a slog to be a sport.
Raised overall viewership. Like Nafisa said, they're changing venues just to accommodate all the fans who want to come watch Caitlin Clark play.